Hey everybody, I've got a treat for you today on Salud here with Robert Gardner. We have a review coming up, and it is of a beer from the side project Cellar in St. Louis, Missouri. Really, really excited. I bought a great bottle. We're gonna crack this open for Memorial Day, and let's see if I can find it on here, get a little bit of information for you. It took me a minute to kind of look around. Do 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 do. And let's see. Okay, is this the 2025 oak aged Missouri farmhouse ale a la table? No, that's from the gin. That's from gin bottles. Let's see. Let's go back. One a la table blend number 5. Almost almost certain this is it. So a la table blend number 5. Does it say on here that it's number 5? Yeah, it's blend number 5. It says so on the back. Right back here. I don't know if you can read it. Get it to zoom in or not. Who knows? Anyway, uh, a la table is inspired by the classic saisons. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Saisons of the past, meant to be shared at the table with family and friends. However, I will be drinking solo. Traditionally brewed in a low alcohol and extremely refreshing, this inspired saison was brewed with an airy, fluffy malt bill and fermented and wild Missouri yeast and bacteria. And our house saison blend before it be aged in Missouri oak for several months, and then being naturally conditioned in this bottle. All right. Gives me a little bit of info. I recommend everything I've had from them, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and crack this guy open. And I don't know if this is supposed to be in a pint glass, but it's going to be in a pint glass. And I want to see what this is like. I will probably still have some of this tomorrow unless I go on a tear today. I like the simplicity of the label. Nothing like too complicated, too complex. Um, very, very simple, but I found their beer to be extremely high quality. I followed them when I went down to St. Louis several years ago, and I had one of the derivation bottles with some colleagues. I was teaching a class there, and I was just completely blown away. If if I had a bar that was Cheers, it'd be the side project Cellar. I would, if I lived in the area, I would walk there and just sit for hours and sample everything they had. It was so amazing. Let's go ahead and get a taste here. Looks nice and carbonated and fizzy. Oh, it almost tastes like it's almost like cider. I get like a little bit of almost like cider vinegar. Crisp. Mmm. Slightly tart. Feels almost like malic acid. Reminds me of cider both on the nose and on my palate. It's very crisp. Um, when Cece saw this, she's like, "Who'd you get a bottle of wine?" I'm like, "No, it's beer." Um, the the beer itself, so it's slightly, I'm assuming, acidic, slightly tart. I'm not quite getting lemon or orange, but I definitely get almost that slight, almost like vinegar taste to it, just lightly tart. But it's not like a sour beer. If you've ever had a sour beer and that's just not your style, it's not that far. But for a beer for the table, that I'd split with friends, it's not a pilsner. It's still fruity, refreshing, kind of aromatic. Um, It's crisp, light, cool, refreshing, and that little bit. I say malic acid. It reminds me of slightly just a touch of like apple cider vinegar, but think about pears. If you've ever had, there's a kind of Asian pear I've had here in Texas. So pears come in lots of varieties, right? So they use apples for, fruit for like pies, but the kinds of crab apples and stuff they use for cider are different. This tastes not quite as much just like apples. It's not like apple pie. It's almost like those Asian pears I've had. Farmers have them on their fields, in their fields here, and a tree, it'll just drop fruit and the cows will eat it all and get like a bloated stomach because it starts fermenting in their digestive tract. But the pear is crisp and slightly tart. It's not overly sweet, but it was like amazingly refreshing for a fruit here in Texas. I have nothing but good things to say, and I might be able to polish this off. I don't know. So if you guys get a chance to check it out, please do. The side project Cellar there in St. Louis, Missouri. Thank you guys for providing this. Everything about it really, really great. There's a lot more beers on their website. If you want to check them out, it's sideprojectbrewing.com. Sideprojectbrewing.com. Everything I've had from them has been amazing. Even if I've had something, I had a beer when I was there. It was a little more tart, slightly sour, but I still enjoy it. Even though sours aren't my particular beer of choice going in. So nothing but good things to say. It's very light. It's almost like I don't know, a beer and a cider had a baby. Excellent. So thank you guys for tuning in to Salud with Robert Gardner. I've got more reviews coming up when I get a chance. I'm going to keep working at this and see what I can put together and come up with. The editing for videos for the channel here is a little bit more time intense when I'm doing like cooking videos specifically. But I'm going to continue to work at that and see what I can do. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoy it. If there's anything that you want me to review, please just let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to talk about that. But nothing but good things to say about everything I've had from Side Project. And in fact, let me go back just to the beer. Boo, 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 boo. They have so many options. And let me see, do they even list a derivation? Because I kind of got the lighter stuff. I didn't want to go completely overboard. Okay. So as far as I can tell, it's seasonal. Depends on what they've got. But very impressed with everything I've had. You guys check it out. Thank you for tuning in to Robert Gardner Vice and Salud, which is our tasting channel. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you real soon. Appreciate you. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad it's Memorial Day and we get to hang out. Talk to you all soon. Thanks again. Salud with Robert Gardner.